Oliver tucked his worn teddy bear, Barnaby, close under his chin, feeling the familiar frayed stitching against his cheek outside his window. The city lights were a distant, cold glow, nothing like the warm, comforting stories his grandmother used to whisper about magical places tonight, however, felt different. An unusual stillness settled in his room, deeper than ordinary quiet as moonlight spilled across his cluttered floor, illuminating forgotten toy soldiers and a dusty music box. A faint, shimmering pathway seemed to appear right by his bookshelf, woven from stardust, and whispers. A profound sense of gentle invitation filled the air, pulling at Oliver's sleepy curiosity. Without a second thought, clutching Barnaby tightly, he stepped onto the shimmering path. It felt like walking on cool, soft mist, and with each step, his ordinary room dissolved into swirling colors. He emerged not onto another city street, but into a breathtaking landscape bathed in soft, velvety moonlight. Towering mountains made of stacked building blocks rose in the distance, their peaks dusted with glittering sugar snow. Forests of giant, gently swaying candy canes filled the air with a sweet minty fragrance. Rivers of shimmering, non-sticky paint flowed over smooth, rounded pebbles that looked like polished marbles. The grass under his bare feet felt like the softest green velvet yet. The most astonishing sight was everywhere he looked. Toys not sitting inertly on shelves, but living tin robots polished their own gleaming arms. Wooden trains chugged along tracks made of licorice vines, and rag dolls tended luminous flowers that bloomed like tiny lanterns. Barnaby stirred in Oliver's arms, his button eyes blinking open with warm recognition. A small, brave clockwork mouse, its gears whirring softly, scurried up to Oliver's foot. "Welcome, child of Earth," it squeaked, its voice a tiny chime. "You found the starlight path." "I'm Ticker." Oliver knelt, utterly enchanted. Where is this?" he breathed. "This is Lumina," announced a deeper, gentle voice. Barnaby had slipped from Oliver's grasp and was now standing on his own plush feet, taller and somehow more present. The planet where forgotten toys find their spark again, where play never truly ends, only rests. Barnaby placed a soft paw on Oliver's hand, a gesture filled with profound, silent affection Oliver had always felt but never seen expressed. "We've waited for you, Oliver," Barnaby continued, his voice rich with warmth. "You carried the belief needed to see the path." Tears pricked Oliver's eyes. His beloved bear, truly alive, speaking his name. Ticker led them deeper into Lumina, towards the bustling village square made entirely of oversized, interlocking bricks everywhere. Toys greeted Oliver with shy waves and curious glances. A majestic rocking horse, its painted mane flowing, offered Oliver a ride through meadows of felt. A squadron of tin biplanes, buzzing like large dragonflies, performed aerial acrobatics. Overhead, trailing ribbons of iridescent bubbles. Oliver joined a game of tag with skipping ropes made of rainbow yarn and laughing jack-in-the-boxes. Feeling a pure, unburdened joy he hadn't known since early childhood, he shared stories of Earth with a wise old porcelain doll named Seraphina, her painted smile kind, while Barnaby sat proudly beside him, occasionally adding a soft rumble of agreement or a memory of their own shared adventures. Back home the air hummed with the gentle symphony of whirring gears, soft squeaks, and contented sighs as the glowing, peach-colored sun began to rise over the block mountains, casting long, warm shadows. Barnaby placed a gentle paw on Oliver's shoulder. "It's nearly time for the sun song, Oliver," he said, his voice tinged with a soft, familiar sadness. Oliver's heart clenched. Time for what?" The joyful bustle around them quieted slightly. Seraphina stepped forward, her delicate features serene. "The magic that allows Earth children to visit Lumina is tied to the starlight," she explained softly. "When the sun fully rises, the path home closes until the next moon calls. A believing heart, your time with us, for now, must end." Oliver looked around at the living toys, Ticker whirring anxiously, the rocking horse bowing its noble head, Barnaby gazing at him with deep, understanding love. The thought of leaving this wonderland, of Barnaby staying behind, felt like a physical ache. Oliver threw his arms around Barnaby, burying his face in the familiar soft fur, now imbued with the scent of candy cane forests and warm felt. I don't want to leave you, he whispered, his voice thick with tears. Barnaby hugged him back fiercely. A comforting, solid presence. Oh, Oliver, he murmured, his voice thick with emotion. I am always with you. Every time you held me close when you were scared, every adventure we had under your blankets. That was me, truly me here on Lumina. I live fully, but a part of my spark, my love for you, lives within your heart. Always remembering this place, remembering us, keeps the magic alive inside you. He pressed something small and cool into Oliver's hand. It was a tiny, perfect silver key, shimmering like captured starlight. This is the key of remembrance, Barnaby said softly. Guard it well. It unlocks the memory of Lumina in your heart whenever you need wonder. Whenever you feel alone. The first golden rays of Lumina's sun touched the highest block towers, making the sugar snow glitter fiercely. The shimmering starlight path reappeared, leading back towards Oliver's room, already starting to fade. With one last, desperate hug, breathing in the unique scent of his oldest friend, Oliver stepped onto the path. He turned for a final glimpse. Barnaby stood tall, surrounded by Ticker, Seraphina, and all the other toys, waving silently. Love radiated from them, a warm, tangible wave that washed over Oliver as the path carried him away. The image of his brave bear, bathed in the dawn light of a magical planet, burned itself into his memory. He landed softly back on his bedroom floor, the ordinary darkness feeling suddenly vast and quiet. But in his hand, the tiny silver key pulsed with a gentle warmth. Oliver climbed into bed, clutching the key tightly, his tears drying as a profound sense of peace settled over him. He wasn't just Oliver anymore. He was the keeper of Lumina's secret, forever connected to the planet where toys came alive, and where Barnaby waited, always, under the velvet moon. He knew, deep in his soul, that love like theirs could bridge any distance, even across the stars, and that true magic lived on in the heart that believed.